Hi guys, and welcome to another F1 Clash video by myself, Ahhh F1. Today we bring you the Italian GP final round. We're hoping for another top 3 position, and hopefully we can cement that today whilst you watch the last 4 races. Currently watching the F1 myself, so hopefully I don't get distracted, which has happened in the past. Let's have a look where we are then. So I've already done 4 races this morning, and I'll bring you up to speed exactly where we are. So P18 at the moment, 4th place, 165 points. So if we double that, we're looking at sort of 330 points as a margin. Okay, so in terms of the actual scores, 44 points in the first at Monza with no rain, 45 in the second. I thought, here we go, really good. Third race was Suzuka, no rain, and all the AI went long, which didn't suit me at all. And then the 4th race was Canada, and if you know this game well enough already, Canada is Canada. Let's not talk about any more of that. So I mentioned in the last video in the opening round that me, McGrady, Music Man, Fernandez are always at the top. And now let's look at what we've got to do. So we've got Music Man out the question, unstoppable, no chance for us. He even liked one of my Facebook posts the other day just to rub it in a little bit more. Fernandez in second then, 331. So that's the target, 331. And we've got McGrady, who is currently on 309. So with that all due, let's get into France and in the Bahrain. Here we go then, the French GP, 100% rain. I'm hoping for a 47 points. That's what's the minimum that I really need off this. So I'm going to be going for the 47 points. Should be doable, but also depends on the opponent. So we're going to go Hex and a tune-in. Norris has to be on Hex. You can't not put Norris on Hex. And we're going to go for a quick strategy with Vettel. So let's try and focus on Norris this race, as Vettel should be able to get P1 as we start them off. Vettel up, staying into 4th. Norris stayed in 10th. As Vettel, can he go up the inside? He can. Vettel into 3rd. Good start by him. Norris into 9th now, so we've made a spot and we'll conserve down. Norris is going to be so fast on this Hex. It's going to be quite crazy. Can we go up the inside? Not quite. As Vettel into 3rd. Vettel's going to do a 3-3-2, I think. And we're going to do a 4 and 4 with Norris, as Norris tries to go up the inside. Norris can do 5, as the internet goes. So Vettel into 3rd. And we're absolutely fine in that position. Norris is struggling. Definitely going to do the 4 laps on Norris. Norris into 8th now. Into 7th. Good move by Norris. Can he get 6th? We'll leave him to boost a little bit. Not quite. So not a bad start. A lot of work to do. As Vettel goes round the outside. As the connection is struggling. And Vettel into 2nd. We'll push Norris now. Not too much though. Norris up to 3rd. Vettel looking in a good position. Rival tries to get past, can't do it. Rival starting to push. We'll keep that position. Norris into the pits. Vettel's going to come out in first. And we'll now push Vettel. Slow stop for Norris, who's going to be not. We're not going to get second with Norris, that's for sure. So bad luck with Norris on this race. He's not been able to get through. As we'll do another lap with Vettel actually. So it's not going to be the 47. We've got 3 people pitting in front. As this connection is awful. So no one pitting just yet. As we'll bring Vettel in this lap. So definitely maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 potentially pitting. So let's boost Norris as Vettel comes in. We'll boost Vettel to the end. It's been a struggle this race, I don't know why. Norris does get ahead now. Norris now into 6th. We could do with a few extra positions with 2 laps to go. We haven't really got the tyre wear either. Well, that's 5th place. Can we get 4th before we have to cut down? We can. It's not looking too bad actually. Maybe another stop from Norris here. But they are running out of tyres. I wanted to get past Leclerc really. I'll cut down. It's going to be tough. Looks like Norris could run out of tyres at some point. But with Norris, I've probably pushed him too hard to get that 47 points. Probably too hard. But we're going to get 46. Yeah, 46 if Norris doesn't concede on these tyres. And we're not. So 3rd place for Norris. Didn't look great, but we've managed to claim it back. 46 points. So that gives us a chance going into the next race. And let's fingers crossed we can get it in the next one. Race number 6 from Austria. We are looking good so far. Point-wise, we're doing okay. We need that top 3 finish though. And where do we qualify here? 10th and 12th. So it's going to be tough, this is, but we're going to give it our best, guys, to get any decent points here. So tune in and Taurus. So quick pit stop and a longer strategy is what we're going to do here. Can we get anywhere from the start? So 10th and 12th at the moment. They've swapped around a bit. As 11th and 13th it becomes. So not great. But we are going longer into this race, so I'm not worried too just yet. As Gasly still in 11th. We'll cut them down there. But we will keep an eye to see if we can get any overtakes. As Gasly now into 11th still. Vettel being hounded but keeps 13th. Gasly under a bit of pressure. Keep him going. A few soft tyres here, so we can jump ahead of a few. We are going obviously long with Gasly. Let's bring Vettel closer to the pack. Let's keep the gaps. That's what we want to do. We're going to go Gasly for a 6 and a 3. Vettel tuning probably going to 5 and a 4 maybe as we lose positions. So Gasly and Vettel both together behind Bottas. We definitely need to improve on 12th and 13th. we are going to struggle for points here. And I've even pushed Gasly probably too far for the 6th place. So let's keep going with Gasly. We'll do 4 laps on the soft. Vettel will go to probably 4 mediums pushed to the end. We need Gasly to work that gap though. Let's see what can be done. P8 now. We are probably going to get held up a little bit. Didn't have the tyre left, so it's probably a learning curve. Didn't have the tyres left for that pit stop. And that tuning is pretty much pointless now. Gasly comes back out in 12th, 13th now. Vettel 15th. Make it 16th. Awful race. Awful. We're going to drop a shed load of points on this race, which is not good at all. Not good at all. We're not even going to get any last lap pitters, I don't think. So it's just going to be a horrendous race as Vettel gets into 13th. Can Gasly get 10th? Can we start getting at least a few points back? We can't. They're just not overtaking. We went for the wrong strategy and it's just not worked out. Just a note, guys, sometimes it just doesn't pan out, as simple as that. As Vettel tries to get 12th, he gets blocked out of it. Gasly up into 10th, behind the rivals Hamilton. Vettel 13th still. Vettel looks like he's going to get 12th. Gasly around the outside gets 9th. Still only 29 points. And we're going to lose another spot again. It's just off so bad of a race. Gasly now 9th. Can we get one more? Can we get 8th? And we can't even overtake the hard tyre. Vettel's going to come home in 12th. So that's pretty much cost my P2. We won't be getting P2 this Grand Prix on 29 points. That's awful. With potential rain, we'll be hoping for it. But whether we get it, different story. It's not been our race this time round. We're still hoping for a P3 maybe. But P2 is, well, pretty much out the equation. Let's see what we can do then. We have wet qualifying, which means Vettel should start pretty high up because he's got that 80 qualifying, or 80 wet, sorry. Yes, 4th and 9th. And we have wet to start as well. So let's go. Tune in. I always lose where it is, and Norris will be hex. Now, guys, if we can get 47 points here, we could have a chance at P2. But I feel it is over for P2. But it is wet for the predominant amount of this race. Here we go then. Vettel gets an okay start. We've got to believe. And that's a very good start from Vettel. P3. Norris up to P7. Even P6 maybe? Yes. As Vettel goes around the outside of Russell. Perfect. And we'll cut Norris down there. So great start, guys. This sort of rain is going to hold with us for most of this race as Norris now gets up to 5th. This is exactly what we needed. And let's try and cement here. We are doing a 3-3-2 with Vettel. And we are doing a 3-2-2 with Vettel. And what should we do? A 4 and a 3, I think. I will check on tyre to see what the rivals do, whether or not we want to undercut them or not. But Vettel's doing well. Norris now into 4th, so Norris is going perfect. This could be a very big race for points wise. and it might put us in the equation, but let's see. Let's get a 1-2 first. Norris, we're definitely going to do 4 laps. I think we're going to do 4 laps on both, as the service post is awful today. So we will go around one more time with Vettel. Looks like the rival the AI will pit. So let's push him forward, and let's push Norris forward. We are going for P1 and 2. And we'll get them in for wet tyres. Norris will cut down just because I want to create the gap. We are going to have to do some overtaking, but bring it on. So what's the gap we've got? 3 seconds we've got a gap at the minute between our 2 cars, as Norris is eating into that even though he's conserving. Slow stop here. Not great again. But Vettel will come out into the lead. Norris can pretty much push to the end. He's come out in 3rd anyway. But we'll conserve on Vettel. We'll conserve on Norris for now. We have got tyres on our side. We defo want this 47 point though. It's a must. Going into Monza, which is a hard race at the end. So let's push Norris now. Norris should be able to get Norris, especially with that hex. So remember, P1 still. Norris now P2. That's 47 points. Big result here. It looks slim, but it gives us a chance going into the final race to maybe snatch P2. Now look how quick these two are in the wet. Norris with hex is, even though Norris has got less stats in the wet than Vettel, Norris is just an animal. So P1 and 2, rival sitting 11th and 18th. So we're going to actually lap the rival. And we'll get a screenshot just for the fun and games of that one. And across the line. And that is 47 points. Complete. That helps us massively to the final race in Monza. Last race then, and we have Monza up next. This is the current situation. Music Man's well out of reach. McGrady is in reach, so we just need 22 points to get ahead of McGrady into the top 3. If we want Albon Fernandez, we are going to need 44 points, and we'll probably need 45 based on a tiebreaker. So here we go then. Let's go. Here we go then. Final race from Monza. We need probably the impossible task of 45 points here. It's going to be very tough, but we shall give it our very best. So we're going to go Taurus, and we're going to go for probably a blocker. Where's the French one? Rooster, I'm feeling. We're going to need to. We've got to push and try here. Let's hope we can get a good start. Probably a 1-3 is 1-2's wanted, 1-4 is probably where we want. So it's going to be very tough as Vettel gets into 9th. So good start from Vettel. Gasly 13th. Looking ahead, a lot of cars going long by the look of it, which doesn't help our chances. But hopefully a lot of them pit lap 3 and we can jump ahead. And so Vettel 9th, Gasly 13th with the rival behind. Taurus is going to give me that extra tyre, and Gasly's got the blocker, sort of high block. So I'm hoping Gasly can keep his positions as Vettel is in 9th. Gasly loses a spot, but I'm not too worried based on the rival being on soft. Okay, so P9, we're going to boost probably from about here. And we won't do it just yet on Gasly, we'll do it now. So the rival's going to do one more lap. No one's going to pit just yet. Vettel looking to overtake Perez. Not quite. And I'm hoping all these medium and soft pit, and it'll just leave the hard, which hopefully I can get past, and I can move ourselves up the leaderboard. Can we get ahead of Perez through here? We can't. We can now though. So 6th is a hard tyre. So hopefully these pit. They do. I'm going to come out in 4th. Vettel against the hard tyre now. Gasly's in 7th. I'm going to cut Gasly down a little bit. I don't think we're going to still get... Can Vettel get Hamilton? He can't. Can he get him now? Through this corner? Nope. He can get him into that corner though, and we do come into pit. So we've got up to P4. We are probably going to double stack again for the 5th, 7th, 9th time in the race. As Vettel now into 7th. It definitely does look like a P3 this week. Our strategy have not worked at all. As Vettel now in 7th. Gasly's got not a lot of pit stops ahead of him either. So it's tough going Monza. Not a track that I'm actually enjoying, as you can probably tell. It has been very difficult with it. As Gasly sits 14th. It's just a really bad strategy. It's just the strategies aren't working. The problem is if I go soft and I do a 2-stopper, I'm just going to be stuck in traffic. So it's not the strategy. I think this is the best I can do in the dry. So we'll push Vettel. We'll push Gasly. And see if we can make up any points. As a couple now come out the pit. Vettel gets both of them. Can Gasly get the one coming out the pits as well? He can. It's going to be too late though. Vettel's up to 5th for absolutely nothing. There's going to be 2 pit stops ahead though. As Vettel now gets Norris, who will pit. Verstappen's coming out the pits on softs. So to finish 4th with Vettel is not actually bad considering where we were. But it's still something we had to push and try. 38 points so far, so definitely looks like P3. Definitely will be P3, I should say. As Leclerc, I can't get past even though he's on hard tyres. As we finally get past Leclerc. So P3 for Vettel. Gasly can't get Norris, but Gasly's going to come home in 8th. We're going to hit 39. We needed 45. And at the moment, the best we're going to do is P3. And all because we scored 29 points in Austria. 29 points. That's going to really, really hurt us. Sadly, we can't be perfect every week. And we have blown it in terms of a top 2 again. Do I sound depressed that probably going to get a top 3? Yes. The reason being, I want better. I want P2. So let's have a look where we are. We are in P3, 326 against Fernandez. Fernandez scored 47 in that last race. But the key for me was that 29 point race. That absolutely killed me. And if you look at the averages, there was another 10 points in there. I should have been getting second place. And if you look at the opening, well, the opening round I got 337. But anyway, that's this for this video. The famous 4 of this flag count are back at it again in the EU region. And make sure you do like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next race. Thanks guys.